The governor of New Mexico just said she would suspend the Second Amendment. She said she's already suspended the First Amendment.
Oh, no, she said it's not a suspension. It's just a temporary 30-day pause.
You know why she's doing it? She blocks the funding for the police, gives the owners of the cities twice as much so that you don't have any road money, so you don't have any police money, no fire money, no raises, no nothing. She defunded the police and then is blaming the police for not controlling the crime. So she's suspending the Constitution because she said the police are a bunch of inept, stupid, lazy idiots. She says this.
Yeah, they can't control crime. And now look we've got 3 little girls dead because it's all their fault for not controlling the crime.
So in Albuquerque, the owner of the city of Albuquerque gets what, $3, $4, $5 billion? So there's no money for the police? And that was all set up by the governor? So the governor says crime rate is the police's fault, so we're suspending the Constitution. I want you police to know that we warned you about this, that the FBI would double-cross you and try to kill you. We warned you this.
Well, they knew it. They didn't have it. They couldn't do. There's nothing they could have done about it.
That the prosecutors now being appointed by the state are here to kill, to release criminals, and you are the frontline men who have to face these people. All the nut wards are being emptied because of the governor. All the prisoners being emptied because of the governor now allows the city owners to suck up most of the money. So the jails are being closed. So you are the frontline guys that the FBI says we're going to take the guns away from, and you're going to go out there and be the front line between us and them. The fusion centers we now have between the FBI and the police, those fusion centers were run in Germany between 1933 and 1945 by the Gestapo, which are now being run by the FBI. Mueller, head of the FBI, was in charge of the Gestapo in WW2. Rosenstein's daddy or granddaddy was in charge, we're not sure, was in charge of the SS.
It was granddad.
They are here to bring about fusion centers so you, the normal cop out there, will be blamed for everything. Sued, put out of business, stomped on, ambushed, and it's all your fault because the governor says so.
They're using the cops as the
excuse.
As excuse to take the guns away.
We're going to suspend the Constitution because the cops, I'm telling you, you listen to them at the highest levels, the governors, the CIA, the people who run this organization, and the cops and the army are stupid, incompetent, lazy SOBs. That's what they say behind closed doors. And as an ambassador, I was introduced to that. You see, as a normal person, you can look up at the presidents and ambassadors. As an ambassador, you can look up at the people who run the world. And at this level, and since you came out of this level, because I really never came out, I was just a mistake. I've heard a lot of people say, how did you get your passport? I don't know. How did I become the Duke of St. Petersburg with Putin's staff in charge? How did the head of the Russian church make me a bishop and then die so he can't pull it? I can never be discommunicated or excommunicated, Jane. How did they give me all those other titles?
And here we are.
And here we are. Looking at you, understanding how you think. You know, one of the beautiful things about being in my position is I can crawl into the mind of the head of the Russian church. Know what he's thinking. I can crawl into the mind of the demons in the World Economic Forum from the astral plane and know what they're thinking, that they're superior to us, that they're physically and mentally superior to us, therefore they're our gods because they come from the astral plane. That's what he said.
I thought it was because they were direct descendants of the gods of olden days.
No, they come from the astral plane. He admitted it. Maybe the body's a direct descendant with a snub of a second DNA particle, which was phased out in humanity. We have 23, not 24 or 26 or 28 like all other primates.
Yeah, 23, yeah.
Yeah, one of them has been snubbed out.
Only a half of a one that's snubbed.
Not the elongated skull of the Rothschilds, which aren't human, the cone heads, which aren't human. Nefertiti was one. That's why they wore these big skull caps with pineal gland enhancers. But they couldn't read minds. Such an easy thing to crawl into somebody's mind.
Yeah, but you got to get out.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of Leon Panetta's mind when I first learned to do this. This was, you know why military intelligence doesn't deal with me? Because they see things in the future, but they can't put a time on it. When I see something, God says this is going to happen, and this is the time. Tomorrow, Paris, northeast, 3 miles from the Eiffel Tower. Be there, be square. FBI, if it goes off, you will be prosecuted to the nth degree. You put that one together, if you're smart enough. But the FBI and the directors of these departments call the cops and police dumb, stupid, arrogant, worthless, lazy bums. How does it feel to know the governor blames you for the death of these 3 girls in Albuquerque? How does it make you feel as a cop to know all this? You've got to take action outside the regular time of working time. You've got to make your unions yield. You've got to make your police unions and your police associations yield. Because I guarantee you, they're all being run by somebody out of the astral plane. They're all Masons and high-level Masons. All high-level Masons that I have met conduct rituals once a month. I'm not going to any organizational meetings anymore because I realize they're all run by Masons. They can't belong to an organization. They're run by Masons who all worship at the very top the ruby ring and the worship of Lucifer because their powers are in the ruby ring. What a bunch of twisted, freaky organizations. And the Duke of St. Petersburg is supposed to be in charge of these freaky, demonic organizations? Kiss my rear. They're going to do their own thing and implode. And the implosion may begin in as early as 2 weeks. That's what the Eastern Asian Economic Forum is discussing today. Not anybody funding the United States, which may implode as early as 30 September. Because the demon rats won't release the 7 trillion they have. So they will kill us and hold that 7 trillion.
No, you were mentioning earlier about that we need to, or probably don't have a choice. We have to go back currency. How do we don't have any gold. If we do, I mean, they haven't done an assessment of it. We don't know how much gold we have.
You want to hand me that? I'll show you what's going to be money in about anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 months. Prepare with William. That's going to be money for at least 6 months. Food.
Prepare with William, yeah.
Food, yeah. Firewood, food, water filters, and water, toilet paper. Not so much toilet paper, but food will be the money until we get into the gold and silver economy.
But I don't think we have any gold to back this whole idea because they haven't done they haven't done an assessment of it for years.
The whites must die first because they can fight Lucifer. Hans Kovelenbach, 150-page interview right there that we've shown you and talked about so many times.
No inventory.
What do you mean?
We have no inventory.
No, we got nothing. The whites must be killed first. That's why Europe and the United States have sold their gold. But the banks have it.
I don't think they have as much as you think.
So maybe the military needs to remove the top staff, take the gold from the banks, and restart the United States as a republic under the Constitution, which they're ordered to do under the Constitution. It's just you've got a demonic pack running you. All those people with 50 medals, 100 medals, 150 medals, they're all demons. Anyway, God bless. Thank you very much. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you tomorrow.